Alright, let's make some section viewports. So we're going to switch over to the architect's workspace. If you haven't already added section viewport to your custom workspace. So in the view menu, we've got create section viewport, and I want to create a viewport that goes all the way across here and aims that way. And I double click, and we can give this a viewport a name. Maybe let's call this sink elevation, since I don't know the direction. And we can create a new sheet layer. Maybe the sheet title is elevations. I could have gone and created a sheet layer up here, but you can also create a new one right from the create section viewport dialog box. Drawing number's fine. Current drawing title, let's call this sink elevation as well. And advanced section properties, we want to have the length limited by the section line. So that's the key one here under extent. Click OK, click OK. And here's our section viewport. I can change the scale and update it. Notice the drawing label is connected to the viewport. It updates automatically. That's pretty nice. I'm going to go back to my design layer and highlight the section line and edit this so it looks a little nicer. So one thing I can do is choose either a partial section, which just has one marker, or I like to use the elevation marker, which has just one marker in the middle. I can choose a marker style. So you have these options. I'll keep the second one here. And the text style, I can say the drawing and the sheet number, or the sheet number and drawing number. I can put the sheet number over the drawing number. I kind of like that one. And I can go right to my viewport from there, which is kind of nice, and I can update it, and there we go. I'll go back to my design layer and create another one. So I'll go View. I want section viewport, and this time I'll take a look at this side, and I'll go all the way to the wall so I can pick up that point, and I'll look there, and I'll call this one stove elevation. I'll give it the same title here. I'll change my scale right away. My advanced section property should be the same. It should be limited by line length, and click OK. And here's my stove elevation. I'll go back to my design layer because I want to make the same changes here. So it'll be elevation. I've got the right marker. I want to have sheet number over drawing number, and there we have sheet 1, drawing number 2. I can position this where I want it. And I'm good to go. I need one more. I can place it over here, so I'll go up to View, Section Viewport, and drawing number 3, drawing title, this is bridge elevation, change my scale, click OK. Obviously I can position that where I want it. I might want to line these up so that they're in the correct relationship to each other, if at all possible. I'll go back to the design layer, edit my section line again, got the right marker, I'll make it elevation, put sheet number over drawing number. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to create a new class that's called section lines or section marker. And I'm going to turn that off. And then I can select my 3 section lines and assign them to my section class. Now what I can do is turn them on and off as needed. So if I want to do a viewport of my plan view that has the legend on here, that's great. If I don't, I can turn them off. It doesn't affect my elevations at all over here, my viewports. So there's no issue there. But there I have my elevations. If I want to create a regular viewport, I can go back to my design layer and choose viewport. Maybe I'll make a new sheet layer. Maybe I'll call this 3D views. Click OK, click OK, and now I can change my view, change my scale, change my rendering, update it. I could also use RenderWorks camera. Now with all this geometry in here, OpenGL looks terrible. I'm going to go for fast quality RenderWorks. And this might take a little while to update. Boy, even that's kind of crummy. Let's see what final quality RenderWorks looks like. There we go. And there we have it. Our kitchen with symbols and plugin objects and some custom work and some section viewports and a regular viewport.